from the weekly time frame. Now, from the look of things, you can already tell what the trend of the market is. So usually when you want to trade, the first thing you want to ask yourself is, what is the trend of the market? Is it going up or is it going down? Is it bullish or bearish? Is it or is it ranging? Is it moving in a range like this? Is it just consolidating like this? Yeah. Or is it making higher highs and higher lows, which is bullish? Or is it making lower highs and lower lows, which is bearish? So from the look of things, from what we have here on this pair, this is GBPAUD, like I said, price has been making series of highs, lows, higher lows, higher highs, because price took out the structure here. So higher lows, higher highs. So we are in a clear bullish market. So GBPAUD from the weekly perspective is in a bullish trend. Now, the next thing I want to do, because this is the weekly time frame, I'm not trading off the weekly time frame. I just want to find out what the general overview of the market is, what the main sentiment, what's the direction, so that we know how to follow suit when we narrow down to smaller time frames. Okay, so now the trend is bullish. I'm gonna go down to the daily time frame, and as I begin to narrow down even further, I would just try as much as possible to focus on the most recent price action area, which is this. Okay, and the reason I'm doing this is so that I can just really pay attention to, or of course it's not wrong to start from the very beginning. Okay, you can see, okay, let's even start from the start, from the beginning. So we see price made this impulse push to the upside, it corrected, made another push, just giving us a very strong bullish momentum. And you can see all the while it was here, see how long it consolidated before it continued. So this is probably a sign that this pair is a pair that consolidates a lot. And then you can see, so we're in a bullish environment overall on GBP AUD. So what next do? We can then start to look for a way to get an entry. How do we enter the market? This is how I personally like to enter the market. So remember, this is my own opinion. This is my own view of the market. It's not a financial advice. I'm just sharing this so that you can learn a thing or two from it. It's an educational content. It's not for you to trade off it if it doesn't suit your own trading plans. Okay, so I'm narrowing down to this most recent price action area here, and if you pay attention closely, you would notice that the market has been inside of this box right here. Remember, I said something earlier, the market is either trending, it is either or consolidating. So this is what we mean by price consolidating. It's making this kind of move, just moving in a flat form, horizontal manner like this. And that's exactly what we see GBPAUD doing at the moment, right? So it tapped into this area of demand, pushed to the upside. You can see resistance here. It resisted price from pushing higher and dropped back down. It pushed again. It resisted price from pushing higher. And then, so now we tapped into this supply demand zone, this support area, some people also call it. And buyers also came in again with this strong push to the upside. So this indicates that there are still buyers inside of this area of demand, and they are likely to continue pushing price higher. And remember, from what we saw on the weekly time frame, the trend is overall bullish. So now that we have come to the daily time frame, we can still see that, okay, we're still in line with what we have on the weekly time frame, the overall bias of the trend of this asset rather. So now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. This is what we have on the 4-hour time frame at the time of recording this. So this is it. From what we have here, we can see that price had tapped into this level. So let's pay close attention to this. See, once price tapped into this demand area, it tapped again. There's a second tap. Look at what happened here. When it tapped again into this area, it sort of consolidated a bit before dropping. And this drop was to actually take out the liquidity that was resting below this level, right? So if you don't know what liquidity is about, don't worry, I'm going to make some videos about liquidity so that you can have a better understanding of what I just said. So this is price taking out the liquidity that was resting here to continue pushing price to the upside, all right? So this is like an inducement, making it feel like, oh, the trend has finally broken. See, for people who usually sell early, look at it. So when they see that the price has dropped, hey, they probably start to panic and then they start selling from here. But then what happens? The institutional traders take out the stops and then push price back to the upside. So that's what I see at the moment. Now from here, how do we then proceed? Remember, we're looking for opportunities to buy because our overall trend says bullish. Now what do I do here? I see that price has made this move here. This is an impulse move, this is a correction, and this is another impulse push to the upside, indicating that even right now on the 4-hour time frame, the current trend of the market is bullish. So once we see price break structure to the upside, what do we expect? We expect it to make a correction, to pull back like so. So, and this is exactly the pullback that we can see here. After this pullback, what do we want price to do? We want it to continue higher into this area of supply. So from what I see at the moment right now, this pair is giving me reasons to want to buy into this level, right? So how do I want to enter? I would wait for it to pull back. So what we can remember, trading is very reactive. It's not something we just predict, but then because the market can just change at any time. But at the moment, my current bias on it is that we're likely to see it extend into this area of supply. But if that doesn't happen, unless we see a complete break and close of this level here, my current bias on GBPAUD is bullish, all right? So if I want to enter this trade, I'll wait for a pullback plus some candlestick confirmations before I take on a buy. So I still have some confirmations that I look out for before actually hopping on that trade, on a trade. So I'm going to be sharing some of all of these things that I use to trade, the confirmations, and how I look out for opportunities in the market as time goes on. But this is my current bias on this pair. What do you think? What's your own opinion? Have you done your own analysis yet? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section. And if you found this video helpful, please remember to give it a like, click the subscribe button, and also share it with your trader friends. Let's learn together and let's grow together. Okay, so I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.